this is Elizabeth with the Great Smoky Mountain Association, and today we're going to take you on a really cool trail. It's the Gabes Mountain Trail. We're going to go partway in to Hen Wallow Falls. You come from Gatlinburg and you follow 321 out this way, and this is a great map that you can get at the visitor centers in the park. Anyway, you take a right toward Cosby, right up there, and then we're going to park near the campground.
Right at the picnic area and the entrance to the campground.
So if you want to go camping, that'd probably be a great place to go.
Oh yeah, Cosby Campground rarely fills. Very large campground, kind of off the beaten path.
We're really lucky today because we got a special guest star. Steve Kemp is with us.
I am, and happy to be here.
So you've always worked for the association ever since you've been here?
21 years. A lot of changes, yes, though the park fortunately remains the same.
Yeah.
Just gets better every year.
Well, we ought to remember that we are in bear country, so whenever you're hiking, just be sure that you don't leave any food along the trail, never feed wild animals, and pack everything out with you, and then you'll be pretty safe. We're in a hardwood forest here, aren't we? I'm seeing a lot of hardwood trees.
You are, and old growth means that some of the trees are very old, some are young. A lot of trees lying down, dead, ancient trees, a lot of new trees coming back up.
This is a beautiful tree, Steve. What are we looking at here?
It's a yellow birch. You can see with the fall colors. According to lore, sphagnum moss. It was used for diapers for infants, and perhaps if you didn't have anything better, for bandages for wounds.
This is a cool little bridge.
Yeah, these take a lot of work. Park crews keep busy on these trails. So many foot logs.
So a lot of the area around Cosby and Greenbrier here used to be old settlements, and there were a lot of farms and a community around here.
Yeah, there's a whole network of old farm roads here people would use to take their apples to market. Yeah, it was all virgin forest when they came to just clearing the trees was a horrendous undertaking. And when that was done, then there were all the boulders and rocks to move. And
they really couldn't use wagons on these roads, could they?
No, a lot of times they used land sleds, which were kind of looked like snow sleds with wooden runners. But since the roads were so poor, they would break the wheels on wagons. They would use just drag these sleds with firewood or produce on them.
We're standing next to a sourwood tree, right, Steve?
Yeah, it's got the bright red foliage in the autumn, one of the first trees to change colors in the fall.
I know that they were used for the runners on the sleds that we were talking about. So here we are at Hen Wallow Falls, and you know, like all my hikes, I always take one of the guidebooks along because they have great information and some funny stories in here. This one is Day Hikes of the Smokies. So this particular falls has a pretty funny story attached to it. So back in the day, there was an unnamed small community where a family bought 100 baby chicks in the spring, and they were hoping, of course, that they'd be hens, and they grow up to be hens, and they'd have some eggs to keep and eggs to sell and chickens to sell and eat and all that stuff. Well, come to find out, they ended up having 95 roosters and 5 pullets. So a nearby community, who thought it was pretty funny, started calling the initial community Rooster Town. So they got pretty upset about that, so we have a little enactment here. Oh yeah? You want to call us Rooster Town?
Yeah, you Rooster Towners.
Oh yeah, all right. Well, we're going to call you Hen Wallow.
Ha! Calling me a Hen Wallow?
Hen Wallow.
You're calling me a Hen
Wallow.
A Rooster Towner calling me a
Hen Wallow. And of course the name stuck. So we still have Hen Wallow Falls and Hen Wallow Creek, but there's no Rooster Town. But there's a sign, right? There's a Rooster Town Road still.
There still is,
so,
to this day.
And you probably can hear some roosters
Believe it.
around Rooster Town Road.